So this week we'll be getting into my thoughts so far on Pet Sematary, what I'm reading next, my prequel progress so far, and my spoiler-free thoughts of the first act of Arcane Season 2. So stick around after the slide, and we'll get right into it. Hello, welcome to weekly update number 25. Yep, it's update number 25. I need to learn to trust my gut a little more, I guess. But how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's get right into it. I am currently reading Pet Sematary by Stephen King, and I am chapter 22, 106 pages in. I read chapters 6 through 21 this week, and I am loving it so far. This is my first Stephen King read, and I really enjoy how well he really gets to like the heart of his characters. Like, you know these characters and their personalities and everything. Like, it just, he does a very good job making it feel real. And at this point in the story, some supernatural-ish things have started to happen with Lewis. He had a nightmare that he went to the pet cemetery, and I will not be getting into spoilers, so I won't say much about that, but it's been getting interesting, and I really want to keep this up, and I feel like I'm not going to have too much trouble finishing this book this week. I really want to finish it this week because I need to get through what I'm reading next before Stormlight 5 comes out, and that is The Bands of Mourning. And if you know, that also means The Lost Metal. So I have two Era 2 books to get through before Stormlight 5, because I really want to read them before I read Stormlight 5, and I really want to read Stormlight 5 as soon as it comes out, which is the beginning of December. So this book's like 422 pages. The Lost Metal's 500 pages exactly. I've got some reading to do. But like I said, I'm absolutely loving Pet Sematary so far, and things are kind of picking up in it, so I think I won't have trouble finding myself some time to actually sit down and read. I do have a little bit of trouble with that sometimes because I do try to write as much as I can every day as well, and with that said, we'll jump right into it. My writing, the prequel novella I am challenging myself to write this whole month. I am a prologue and 5 chapters in. So that is, I wrote the prologue last week. That was on my last update. And I wrote 44 more words into the prologue. And all of these chapters have been relatively short. I think that's probably fine since it's a novella and it's more of a quick pace type thing. So they've all been like over 700, 800 words ish. The last one I just wrote was almost 900, but that's 5 chapters of that many words. getting close to 4,000-ish words, I'd say. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this prequel novella. If I had to tell you anything about it, the way it's kind of coming out is maybe like a cross of Pocahontas meets Prey, and I'm having a lot of fun. Like, some of the stuff that I can probably compare to Prey has been a little bit more happening. It's been happening more than I thought it was going to, and I'm really enjoying that. And I'm like, yeah, I think this is gonna take over a little bit more of the story than I thought it was going to. This novella is a lot more pantsed than my novel is. I do have plot points in mind, but not as many as I did with my novel. So I have a lot of space to let the story find itself to those points, and it's been fun. I think it's going really well, and I can't say much more than that. Been having a lot of fun. Hopefully it keeps going. And let's get into what I've been watching. So, I am not caught up on The Penguin. Last week, my brother was sick, so we didn't watch it. This week, we decided to, yesterday, start Arcane Season 2. Because it just came out. So, we have... After today, we'll have 3 episodes of The Penguin to watch on Friday, which will be exciting because that show has been consistently awesome, and I am looking forward to catching up and getting to this finale. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it, but not caught up. So, what did I think of Arcane? Of course, I am really enjoying it. I think this act, standing by itself, is not better than any of the acts in the first season. But in context, the things that it's building from, and then the things that it's going to go into that it hasn't really explained yet, I think in context, it's going to be a lot better. Standing alone by itself, it's kind of like there's a lot being thrown at you. A lot from the first season, and then a lot that you don't know really about yet. And I am excited to see those things. And that said, I still really enjoyed the episodes. They all had very exciting and some emotional moments, and I'm excited to continue. So it is very good. Very good. And I also continued a little bit with season 2 of Luke Cage. I watched a couple episodes today, and it's all right. I'm having fun with it, but not loving it. But I really am in the completionist mode of watching through all these Defenders, all the whole Defenders saga, or whatever you could call it, before Daredevil Born Again comes out. And I know that they'll probably find a way where you don't have to watch all of it, and it'll be fine. But I still am in that completionist mindset that I really want to watch them all. Like I said, I really enjoyed all of Daredevil. All of Daredevil was so good. And season 3 was confusing for me because I literally went from season 1 to season 2 to season 3. And there was something in between season 2 and 3 that happened. in the Defenders. And I learned this after I watched season 3. I was like, okay, I thought I was going to find out what the heck happened there, because it starts off with basically a scene that happens at the end of the Defenders, and I was super confused, and I was like, okay, maybe they'll explain more of that later, and they never do. So I was like, okay, what the heck happened? And then I learned the Defenders happened, and I was like, okay, let me try to watch the Defenders. So I started to watch the Defenders, and then there was a bunch of characters that I didn't know that I knew I was supposed to know, and I was like, okay, I can't watch this yet. I have to watch Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Jessica Jones. So I went back, I watched Jessica Jones, and I really liked that first season. Jessica Jones season 1 was pretty awesome. And then I watched Luke Cage, and I enjoyed Luke Cage quite a bit. Wasn't as awesome as Jessica Jones, but it was still pretty cool. Then I watched Iron Fist, and I enjoyed it. A little bit less than Luke Cage, I think, but I still enjoyed it. And then I watched The Defenders, which was pretty cool. I liked it quite a bit. Not as much as Daredevil, but I still liked it quite a bit. And here I am now. I watched season 2 of Jessica Jones, and it was alright. And now I'm watching season 2 of Luke Cage, and it's been alright. And I'm going to continue this. Going to keep going. I'm still enjoying my time, but it definitely took a little bit of a dip from where it was. And I think some of the later seasons get better. I also watched The Punisher, and it was the first season of that, and it was pretty good. So yeah, I am enjoying it, and I think some of the later seasons will still be good, and I'll have fun, and then I'll be excited to get into Daredevil Born Again. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. Playing, I went into Cyberpunk 2077 yesterday for about an hour and a half or so. I did another side quest that was a fun one. Forgetting what it's called right now, but it was one I've done before in my first playthrough, and I enjoy, but I'm having fun with it. Can't wait to get into Phantom Liberty, which will happen eventually, but I'm trying to do like all the side stuff I can first, and having fun with that. But yeah, that's been my week. What are you reading, writing, watching, playing? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked the video, please hit the like button. It helps out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you took the time to think about subscribing. And with that said, I hope to see you in the next one.